Welcome! In this video, you're going to get a first-hand look at what we think is the fastest, most effective way to build an electrical system in a van. If you're a new builder, follow along. We think you'll like what you see. If you're an existing builder, leave us a note in the comments below and tell us what you think we might not like 12 months from now.
Today we're going to talk about our electrical system. Now there are kind of two ways to do this. One is the typical van way where you see a as-built system that takes a lot of space. You buy each individual component and put it all together. Very complicated. Another way is by using what they call a solar generator. I don't know why they call it solar generator. It's no generator about it. It's a box that has pretty much all those components, inverter, etc., built right into it. And that's what we did. So here you'll see that it takes up a lot less space. It's a lot less complicated. It's easier to maintain, and although it might be a little more expensive in the end, it's a far simpler system. Enjoy. All right, today I'm going to talk about our electrical system, which I call the KISS Electric. Keep it simple, stupid electric system. Here's the way it works. On our driver's side, we have a driver's side slider on our van. A energy solar generator. You can see it right here. And it's a 1,000 watt, it's lithium ion. There's a variety of these on the market. I'm not saying buy this one. At the time I looked at all the specs, and these have all evolved rapidly. This one's about a year old, but the reason I really liked it was it had a quick recharge rate. And you can recharge this solar generator three ways. One, solar on the roof. We have 200 watts on the roof. Plan to expand it to 400. Two, you can recharge it from the vehicle DC. And so I have a connection here down at the battery post underneath the driver's seat, which recharges the generator. And three, you can recharge it with shore power, which I've shown you here. Some of the benefits of this thing are, one, it's very compact. This is the whole thing right here. And you can see it has an inverter built into it. So you can flip this switch and then all these AC outlets become active. This one has like a max sustainable capacity of about 500 watt load. And I can actually run this small heater off of that for a very short period of time. In theory, 500 watts into 1,000 2 hours, but we only use the heater generally when we're on shore power. So it's very compact. So let me talk about the 120 volt system first. So when you're on the road, you can flip the inverter on and use 120 right off of this. Another thing we do for 120, it's a very simple system, is you can see right here, we've essentially got a heavy duty, it's like a 30 amp power strip. Bought it off of Amazon. It's not plugged in right now. You see the lights off because I've unplugged the shore power here. But when so the way this thing is just fed into this yellow cable here, which feeds through a hole in the floor, which then I've put a little piece of PEX pipe to protect the cord. But when I want to use shore power, I just kind of open the door here and push this thing down until out the bottom here pops my outlet cord. And I grab this extension cord here, plug it in there, plug it in over there, and I'm on shore power. When we're on shore power, this lights up this power strip. What I've got plugged in here are a couple things. First off, I've got them labeled the fridge. We have a Vitrifrigo fridge, which you can see right here, and it is a dual power source. It can operate off of 120 or off of 12 volt, and it has an auto sensor. When it senses 120, when this is charged, it takes the energy off of this. But when this thing is shut off, it senses that and goes back to 12 volt, so it doesn't wear out your 12 volt battery faster. So that's the fridge. We have the energy generator, which seems circular, but it's not, is plugged in here. So, and that's plugged in through this brick. So the way that works is when I'm on shore power, then this is energized and it recharges our lithium-ion battery. Next up is the 120 volt outlet. We have a 120 volt outlet in the van, and it's a plug-in outlet. I'll show you a picture of this here shortly. But it's just plug-in, and then it's connected back by our beds, so that becomes active when we're on shore power. This one is my laptop recharger, so when we're on shore power, I can recharge the laptop. Space heater, as I mentioned before, so that's our 120. One of the benefits of that is there's nothing connected to the van, so to speak. So you should check with an expert in your area, but if nothing's connected, then you don't need a certified electrician to install it. It's just like plugging appliances into a power strip at your house. And so that's what we've done here. So the 12 volt is kind of a standard 12 volt. I took the cover off of this. It's a standard 12 volt system that is then plugged in right here to the solar generator. And that provides our 12 volt power. If for some reason I need to work on the 12 volt, well, instead of turning on an on-off switch or some kind of fuse, I just unplug it here, and it kills the 12 volt system. In fact, you just see the lights are on inside, and now they're off. And you can work on the 12 volt and then just plug it back in. This 12 volt runs an RVIT router, which is a cellular router, which gives us internet access on the road. Anywhere we can get T-Mobile bandwidth. So kind of in conclusion, it's a very simple system and very expandable. If you need to add things, you can add them very easily. If a new solar generator comes out, gives you more bang for the buck, you can easily pull this out, put a new one in. I've actually got a battery on order to go from 1,000 watts to 2,000 watts, and there's storage space right here that we can put in the extra 1,000 watts. Also, I've got here right now a SimpliSafe system loaded in here. I've actually had to use, for some reason, SimpliSafe doesn't come with a DC outlet. So I had to cut the cord, get a DC to DC converter that takes it from 12 volts to 7.5 volts, have it tied into our fuse box, and then into the SimpliSafe router. And that seems to be working just fine. That's like $7 off of Amazon. So if you have any questions or comments or suggestions about our electrical system, please leave us a comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the button. See you on the road.